don't know celebrities.
Yeah.
Unless they're like big A class. I knew who Tom Hanks is.
Thank Christ.
Yeah. But other than that, like I don't know who this all started because Jenna was like at a movie about the guy who played Bane.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay. Should I be worried?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. It was just a dream.
Okay.
I used to read Word Up magazine. So, salt and pepper and FD.
Okay. Well, then you completely just
Butchered all of that, all of my Toms.
Well, you did.
Yeah.
Because what I was going to say is the thing that sticks out whenever I hear Tom Berenger's name.
Now let me just click on Tom Berenger and look at his repertoire.
Okay, I can name for sure 2 movies that he's been in.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Known for.
Okay.
Oh,
Major League.
dude, he's been in all
Platoon.
kinds of shit.
I know. He was in Platoon, correct?
His top 4 known for Inception.
Tom Berenger was not in
Says known for Inception.
What?
Okay, let's click on Inception. Now we're going deep. Top cast: Tom Hardy as Eames.
Yeah, Tom Hardy. We're talking Tom Berenger.
How did that happen?
Where are you what?
Jesus,
you are discombobulated.
Tom Berenger.
Tom Berenger.
Yeah, I clicked on Tom Berenger. Okay, hold on. Because now I even threw myself off. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Tom Berenger, IMDb.
Yes.
Tom Berenger, known for Inception.
Really?
And we're going to click on this. And then it says, oh, you fucking pop-ups. Tom Hardy. Well, where's Tom Berenger?
Tom Berenger is not in Inception.
But it says that's a movie he's known for.
They're wrong.
But then when you click on Inception, the cast says Tom Hardy. See, I'm not the only one that's confused with my Toms.
Oh, wait. No. No, I take that back. He is in it.
Well, he's not listed. Oh, there it is. Tom Berenger.
He played Brownie.
Tom Hardy and Tom Berenger both in this fucking movie. How am I supposed to keep anything straight?
Well, one, they look nothing alike.
It doesn't matter. They're both Tom.
Okay.
I can barely separate them from our Tom.
That's true. Okay, well, at least I'm glad. Okay, at least I'm corrected that Tom Berenger was indeed in Inception.
He was in
Inception.
So he is in Platoon.
Platoon.
His top 4: Inception, Platoon,
Major League,
and The Big Chill, which he had to be like 28 in.
Yeah.
It's an old ass movie.
I don't know if I've ever seen The Big Chill.
Really? Actually, I'll bet
did it have Steve Guttenberg in it too?
I bet that was why am I back to Tom Berenger? Why didn't it go to The Big Chill? God, I can't do anything today.
Yeah, what are you on?
He was IMDb. Oh, look at that young buck. I should know his name. But
Steve Guttenberg?
No.
Are you? Did you pull up The Big Chill?
Jeff Goldblum.
He was in The Big Chill?
Yeah.
What?
Top cast: Jeff Goldblum, Tom Berenger, Glenn Close, William Hurt.
What movie am I thinking of?
16 Candles.
No.
4 Below Zero. Wasn't there several movies in the 80s about being cold?
Yeah, I don't think that's what this movie is about.
No. But the titles would make you think, like, this is The Big Chill. And then there was something like Below Zero. I don't know.
There was one called The Ice Storm.
That one.
I think that also had Kevin Kline in it. I think.
Really?
Maybe not. Okay, now I got to search for Steve Gutenberg because I swear.
Because Steve Gutenberg was in something about being cold.
Ooh. No, he's not in something about being cold. Jesus Christ. Other than Police Academy.
Yeah, what has he been in besides Police Academy?
Well, he was
Men
in
and a Baby.
3 Men and a Baby.
Go to his whole, there we go, filmography.
Actor. All right, go down. Oh my God.
So he had to be, wow, he's been in a lot of shit.
Okay. Let's see. It would have been an 80s movie. Police Academy. Cocoon. Am I thinking of Cocoon?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he was in Cocoon.
Yeah. He was in Cocoon The Return, of course. Okay. Yeah. I'm not sure. You know, another one that I never saw was Chariots of Fire.
I've never seen that.
Yeah.
Nothing about, like, even seeing clips of the movie doesn't make me want to watch it.
Mm-mm.
Like, oh, that's great. A whole movie about guys running on the beach, being kind of zesty together. I heard that. Do you know who Colin Noor is? He's a gun advocate. He was just on Rogan lately.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
His word where most of us from our age group would just call something gay. His word is zesty.
Zesty?
Yeah, and I kind of like it.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, like you know, someone pulls up in a Miata, and you're like,
A Miata. What's a Miata?
a Miata?
I don't know what.
Like a little sports car, like 2-seater sports car. And you're like, that's kind of zesty.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah, I do like it. I'm gonna adopt it. Mostly because most people will not know what I'm talking about,
Sure.
and I can use it freely.
But you have to get in the habit of doing it.
Yeah.
Because I'll walk out of here and I won't remember what the fuck the word was.
No, I have decided that is going to be a word I'm going to adopt.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
Right on. I was
I
trying.
didn't know if that was you taking a moment to think, a sigh of disappointment.
No. What it was is I had a transition in my head, but I was like,
yeah,
I don't want to go into a transition.
Just didn't work.
No, it would have
great.
worked. Yeah.
Oh,
But I was like, I don't want to go there
but you
yet.
threw it out. Okay.
I don't want to go there yet
It's too early.
because I'm still stuck up in the 1980s like movie conversations.
Yeah.
But no, there's something else that's
terrible decade for
similar
movies.
to what? You better be fucking joking.
There were a lot of hits, but when you go back and you look at them, you're like, there were a lot of steaming piles of shit too.
Well, sure.
That we think were good movies in the 80s when we watched them. And you go back with nostalgia and you're like, I can't wait to. Did you hear about The Thing? Which is a great movie,
That's
no
fantastic.
matter what. But 40th anniversary, they re-released it in theaters.
Yeah.
Nobody came.
Well, when was that?
Nobody.
But when was
Like last week.
Oh, well, I don't even know that many people that are actually
But-
going to the movies.
Nobody.
Okay,
Like,
but then they also
I don't
did a
know
poor
if-
job of
I don't
advertising.
know if
it.
one person bought a ticket.
That felt good. See, but I didn't even know about it, so I don't even know. Like,
I think I saw it on
that's
Facebook.
a poor job of advertisement.
Your algorithm didn't put it in your feed.
I'm so tired of algorithms, man.
Yeah, can we go back to old school Facebook where it just shows you everything that every one of your friends has posted since the last time you were on?
Yeah. Did you?
And when you get back to a post you've seen before, you're like, "Oh, cool. I'm caught up."
Yeah. Well, you know, it's only been a couple of instances, but in these couple of instances, because of Facebook's algorithm, I didn't even realize that I had been like either blocked or unfriended by
Oh, yeah.
by a friend
Dude.
until that individual's like popped in my head. I was like, I haven't seen anything from them.
And you went
lately.
and like typed their name in and you're like, oh, we're not friends.
And then I did, and the first guy that I pulled up, let's just say he's a cop here in Fort Wayne.
Yeah.
And I went to school with him. I was like, yeah, that seems about right. Seems about right.
You know,
that he would.
Because I'm not anywhere near the limit of my friends list.
There's a limit.
Yeah.
What's the limit?
I think it's like 5,000.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think.
I
I don't know because I'm nowhere near it. But do you know how many people I just click unfollow so that their posts don't appear in your feed?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't want this, even though I haven't talked to them, and this is social media gets so weird.
Right.
I haven't talked to this person in 2 years, but I'm afraid if they search me out and find out we're not friends, they'll be like, what the fuck? You unfriended me on Facebook.
I've had that happen a couple
Yeah.
times.
So I just unfollow because I've got room in my friends list for them to stay there. I just don't give a shit about anything you have to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just unfollow.
I've been called out for that.
For unfriending people?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Who hasn't?
Well, and it literally, the conversation.
Turned into a thing.
No, the conversation basically was like, yeah, you fucker, you unfriended me. I was like, I did? And truly didn't remember.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, you must have like annoyed me. I mean, in that moment, there was something that you posted that annoyed me and I unfriended you.
Yeah.
Like, don't take it personally.
Yeah.
So, whatever. I listened to Sam Harris put out a new podcast today, and he said some poignant. He always has poignant points.
Yeah, he's
got poignant
deep
points.
motherfucker.
He was talking about psychedelics and whatnot, but the whole conversation transitioned into basically anything that you get upset about. That conversation between me and this individual. Like in that moment, you can choose to just be like, okay, well, that moment is done.
Yeah.
I'm just going to like get myself out of that
you
moment
let it go
and move. It's basically moving on, but it's if you're mad about something and you're dwelling on something, like you have a choice.
Oh, of course. I mean, it's a very basic concept. As human beings, many times our emotions don't work this way. But yeah, whether you're upset at something or not is a yes, no. I mean, you could come home and find your wife getting railed by 5 dudes.
Right.
And be like, good job, guys. Way to go. I'll be out here having a beer when you're done.
Yeah.
It's always a choice. But as human beings, we have a very poor job of always making the correct choice.
Yeah, and basically so that people aren't like, where the fuck were you going with this? So he was talking about psychedelics, but the way that whole thing got tied in, and he was like, a lot of people that do, psilocybin, LSD, whatever, and have a good trip.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oftentimes, they don't want to do that again, but they want that sensation.
Yeah.
So he was talking about meditation, and if you're really putting the effort in and practicing,
and I've heard
meditation, that you can
get to that state.
Yeah, and he said that he is, but he's known. I mean, he went and lived.
Well, yeah, he went over to, was it India or somewhere with like a guru?
Yeah, he lived with some Buddhist monks for like a couple of years. And did meditation. So I mean, he knows what he's talking about, but that's how that all ties in. I digress.
No, I'm all for it. I'm big on it. I recommend meditation to people all the time, but we're all terrible at it because we think we're too busy.
Well,
I don't have 30 minutes to sit there and do nothing.
yes, correct.
Like, I'm too busy watching Stranger Things.
Well, yeah. But he also made a good point. He's like, oftentimes, he's like, and this is normal. He said, when you first start out, like trying to meditate, he goes, you're going to feel nothing.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, your brain is still going to wander. You'll still hear like a noise in your house or whatever, and you'll get distracted. He goes, nothing will happen. He goes, and a lot of people get frustrated by that. And they're
Mhm.
like, well, nothing happened. So why would I continue to put
Yeah.
effort into doing this?
And it's, I could, shit, let's jump on it. Because I love this subject. I
Mhm.
love meditation. I have meditation apps that I use to
Mhm.
help guide me through it and whatever. You know, anyone out there that's interested, you start with a minute.
Mhm.
You know, you set a timer on your phone and just set it for a minute.
Mhm.
And one of the best strategies I ever heard was your mind is not trained. You're going to think of things.
Mhm.
So in your mind, the thought comes in, you imagine packaging that thought up in a little box,
Mhm.
and then you put it on a shelf.
Mhm.
And then you go back to meditating.
Right.
And you don't get mad about the fact that you thought of something
Mhm.
because that's going to throw you off.
Right.
So you just take that thought, put it on the shelf. I'll be back to you in a minute.
Mhm.
You know, and you start with a minute. You do that for a week, you do 2, you do 3. Before you know it, you're a Zen Buddhist monk doing like 6-hour sessions.
Right.
Yeah. I've been meditating for 3 days.
Okay, let me ask you this, because this part was astounding to me. Do you close your eyes when you meditate?
I've done both.
Okay.
Normally, yes.
Normally, yes.
Yeah, because one of my big mistakes is I try to meditate lying down in bed
Oh, yeah.
and I fall asleep,
Yes.
which that's the main reason why I started meditating.
Just to help you.
I can't fall asleep. My brain is too busy.
Gotcha.
I'm constantly thinking.
Yeah.
So I started meditating to fall asleep. But then it ended up that I didn't get much meditation in.
I gotcha.
So I did try, I mean, through the app, through different things that I've read, looked at, whatever. I've tried, you know, like sitting in lotus position,
Mm-hmm.
eyes open, focal point,
Mm-hmm.
whatever in the room, try different things. But the majority of the time, I'm going to lay down in bed. I'm going to get cozy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to try to focus on nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I cannot do it with my eyes open. Cannot.
You can't.
Absolutely not.
Really?
No. Because it doesn't matter. Seriously, you would have to put me in a room with nothing. Like literally, there can't
In
be
a still room
can't be
by
a-
yourself,
there
like
can't be
no
a-
activity.
No, there can't.
You
be
can't just pick a focal point and just focus on it.
No, not with my eyes open. No.
No. Okay.
Like you would have to put me in. It doesn't have to be a pitch black room if you wanted me to have my eyes open, but it could be a room like this.
Yeah.
But that window couldn't be there, and there could be nothing in the room, and then maybe
Like
I
you can't
could.
have anything moving. You can't be like, I mean, you could, someone who's good at it could be outdoors with like birds flying by and whatever, but you have to be good at it.
Mhm.
You have to be in a room at least with no movement, no windows, no leaves rustling in the wind, and like pick something and just focus on it.
Right, but inevitably, my eyes will. I'm not even saying that they would dart away from the focal point, but out of the corner of my eye, I would see like that lettering on that poster over there and be like, oh, that's gold. That lettering is gold. Gold. And just go down like
Gold. I could use some gold.
Yeah, it's just it's stupid. So I
Yeah.
have to have my eyes closed. But
No, it's a difficult thing to do.
yeah,
It sounds to someone who's never meditated,
Mhm.
they're like, oh, I could do that if I wanted to. I'll just sit down and think about nothing. Yeah, good luck. Let me know how that works out for you.
Not easy.
No. Not at all.
Speaking of like, well, first off, before I get to this point, see, my favorite time is when I am sleeping, getting ready to go to sleep,
Yeah.
because I throw on these sleeping meditations
Yeah.
that are supposed to continue. They're 8 hours long,
Oh, wow.
and you're supposed to
So-
fall asleep.
and it supposedly influences you while you're asleep.
Correct. And to be God's honest truth. Why would I say? Anyways, God's honest truth.
Because you're such a believer.
It helps me when I wake up. I feel better.
Yeah.
I feel like I
Yeah,
had
you might.
a better
I
sleep.
mean, there's a lot to the brain. I had this conversation just today with someone. They were like, I don't believe in placebo effect. Because she thought, she's like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to be into work tomorrow. Last night I cooked some chicken and it just had a weird consistency. And my husband said to cook it to 160. And then I looked it up online and you're supposed to cook it to 165. And I'm like, if you cooked it to 160, it's going to reach 165.
Yeah, you have
And
to carry
maybe it was freezer burnt or something. Like, you're fine. Stop thinking that you're sick, or tomorrow you're going to be sick.
it. Mhm.
She's like, what do you mean? I said, you're going to convince yourself that you're sick. And tomorrow you're going to be sick because your brain's, I don't believe in any of that. I said, well, then you're high. Like, your brain is the most powerful instrument in your body.
Well, sure. And you could even flip that back and be like, you're clearly being neurotic
Yeah.
about this
Yeah.
chicken.
Yeah.
So your brain is
Yeah.
that
You're
powerful.
stressing yourself out over it and you're going to make yourself sick. But the point, I mean, who wouldn't benefit from all night long hearing, whether it's meditation or positive affirmations
Mhm.
or even to your subconscious?
Mhm.
You probably do wake up the next day feeling better.
Yeah.
Have you ever fucked with binaural beats? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't think I do.
It's two different, like it'll be 60 hertz in one ear and 120 hertz in the other ear, and it's supposed to trigger different alpha waves in your brain.
Yes. Yes. It was just, it's called, you can keep going.
I mean, I don't
It's-
know what the playlist was called or the app was called, but that's what the scientific term is binaural beats.
Gotcha. So the meditations, if you
Yeah.
will, that I've listened to like that have been the Hemisync
Yeah.
meditations
Okay.
where
Same thing where it's something different out of each ear.
yes. Yeah.
And if you listen with a set of headphones, you can hear it moving back and forth and
Yes.
around. And
Yeah.
yeah, I like those.
So do I.
Yeah.
So do I. But the big one, the one that really helps me are these quantum jumping meditations.
Quantum jumping.
Yes.
Is that where you jump into a different life?
Potentially.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Skip a track on the record?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, July 5th.
You go from wish you were here to us and them.
Yeah.
You skip over, comfortably numb. They're not all on the same album. I know this, people working with the greatest hits.
You know what? I've got to give a shout out to Two Bears. Not that everyone that listens doesn't know that I love them. This is my own little ad spot here. I hate Bud Light seltzers.
Okay.
They taste terrible.
Okay.
They taste like Bud Light with flavoring in them.
Okay.
But they came out with hard sodas. They're seltzers,
Okay.
but the pack is hard soda. There's cola, cherry cola, orange, and lemon lime.
Okay.
Dude, they're fucking amazing.
Are they?
Yeah.
Are they sweet?
Not to the point of like White Claw sweet,
Okay.
but I mean, they're as sweet as cola. Yeah. It's definitely not a diet cola.
Mm,
I mean, it's low sugar. It's 2 grams of sugar.
gotcha. But they're tasty.
They're very tasty. And I would have never tried them if it wasn't for them.
Oh,
Well,
so
one of their sponsors worked. Yeah, just letting them know. Shout out Bert, Tom.
I didn't.
You guys made me drink these Bud Light hard seltzers.
I didn't know such a thing existed.
Either did I until I heard it on their episode. And I was like, well, and what I was really disappointed about, I thought it was going to be like the gamut of the top 4 Faygo flavors. I thought it would be like lime, orange, cola, and grape.
Are
And
those the top 4?
I don't know. We can Google that.
We are Googling it.
And I couldn't wait to get my hands on some hard grape soda. I opened the fucking pack. There's no grape in there. There's no grape. We got lemon lime. We got cola. We got orange. And then we've got cherry cola.
Cherry cola.
Where's my grape pop?
Dude, not a lot of people were digging on that grape, man.
Dude, what are you talking about?
For real.
No. No. Grape.
Hold up.
Grape is the. If you have all the flavors of Faygo in front of you,
Peach.
no. It's grape all day.
You're out of your mind. Okay. We're going to read down this list. According to
this is from worst to best.
Yeah.
I want to know what
There's only 8
sellers
there's
are.
only 18 of them. Okay, well I'll pull that up too. By the way, people, R. Kelly was sentenced to 30 years in prison.
Really?
I don't think that's enough. And Ghislaine Maxwell was sentenced to 20. That's it.
That's it. 20 years.
Yep. And still no peeps about anybody that was on those lists. Top selling Faygo flavors.
Oh. Moon Mist. Mountain Dew.
See, it's all it's
Red
doing
and-
is giving
and-
me the most popular.
Well, right here. Well, it says the most popular Faygo flavors. I would guess that would go by selling.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I don't
That's
know.
true. Here we go.
Red Pop, dude. I forgot about Red Pop. Because I don't want it. Red Pop.
All right.
Red Pop, orange, moon mist, cola, root beer, and then grape,
That's the most popular.
according to this.
All right, let's see what this one is. Let's see if this one holds true as well. All right, this one has, yes, red pop, orange, moon mist,
Moon mist, cola,
and grape.
and then grape.
And then root beer.
Grape took a step up in that poll.
So root beer did not make the top 5 on this site.
No,
Cream soda,
cream soda's the shit. I'd rather have cream soda than
rock and rye.
What is rock and rye?
If I recall, it's like a cola cream soda mixture.
Oh, okay. I could go for that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever had one, but I could definitely go for. Look at that!
Peach.
Made it in the top 10.
Peach made the top 10, bitches. Twist. Pineapple.
Twist.
I don't know if I've ever had pineapple.
No, I've never had pineapple Faygo.
I've never seen it.
I would go for it. I love me some pineapple.
Yeah. Black cherry, ginger ale. What? Mother, okay.
What is that? I can see that
Cotton
it's blue.
candy?
Oh, what?
Cotton candy Faygo.
But kids would love it. But kids don't drink Faygo anymore.
Dude, I still see Faygo.
Oh, Faygo's
Somebody's buying
Faygo's out there, but what kid is like, I can't wait to get me some cotton candy Faygo?
I'll tell you what.
They're like, no, I want Mountain Dew Baja Blast, which is cotton candy.
Is it?
I think
No.
it's blue.
Well, I'll tell you this. If I stop on the way home and buy some Faygo,
Yeah.
if he likes it, he'll be like, I want some more of that. But he won't touch grape stuff anymore.
Nothing grape.
No, because he had to have a
Oh,
colonoscopy and he had to do
yeah,
the
and
prep.
It was grape prep.
Yep.
Yeah.
No. I can't believe he put it down. Like he drank all of it.
Yeah.
It was the mag citrate.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Did he just kill it?
No. He started to in the initial couple of drinks. He
Yeah.
was like, that's not bad.
Yeah.
And then
Well, by the end of it,
after the first couple of drinks, he was like,
yeah.
"Yeah, that's not very good." It's like,
You're
yeah,
like, doesn't matter. Keep drinking.
yeah, you got a lot more to go there, kid. So anymore, like his allergy medicine is grape.
Yeah.
He's like,
And he's just, yeah.
yeah,
I mean, that if he associated that with what happened later that night, then he really doesn't want to drink it.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a little bit of a twist. Well, fucking your flavor. This one is what they consider the best. So not the most popular, the best.
The best.
Number one, Rock and Rye.
The best.
Hey, it's what it is.
I got to try some Rock and Rye.
Number two, grape.
Dude, I'm telling you. You're missing out on the grape.
Number three, orange.
Yeah.
Number four. Oh, wait. No, there's a tie. Wait, what do you mean there's a fucking tie?
A tie
there's
between grape and orange.
How could bitches? Why? Whatever. Cream soda is tied for third with peach. Whoop, whoop. It says this may have been the biggest surprise with all the tasters.
Yeah, I honestly don't think I've ever had peach Faygo.
Pineapple watermelon.
What?
A combo?
This is like a sleeper came out.
It says it's very tasty and refreshing.
I'll bet.
It's got
sugary.
I would hope that the watermelon's dialed back a little bit. Because you ever taste like watermelon flavored shit?
Yeah.
I'm usually not a big fan of it because it usually tastes like banana flavored shit, and banana flavored shit doesn't taste like banana.
Doesn't taste like a banana.
It tastes like banana flavor,
Yeah.
which is a completely, different beast all into its own. Yeah, it's just
Yeah, you're like you taste it and you're like, my brain knows that tastes like banana, but it tastes like chemicals.
right. Okay. I gotta go back here. Oh shit. So real
Is
quick,
that Breaking 2?
it's either Breaking or Breaking 2, Electric Boogaloo.
I mean,
Did you know he died?
no, I don't even know who he is.
I don't know his real name,
No,
but he
I have
died.
no idea.
He died like 2-3 years ago.
Well, I mean, he was what, 30 when this was made in 82?
I don't know.
So he's,
All right, this is the 10 popular 80s movies that are actually terrible.
yeah, lots of them.
Let's go. Weekend at Bernie's.
Really?
You think it's terrible? I don't think it's terrible.
think it's terrible. I think it's I mean, it's cheesy.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of plot to it.
No, and it's obviously.
It's pretty obvious what the plot's going to be, but it's funny.
Well, it's pretty obvious
It's comedy.
that he's dead and nobody
Yeah.
seems to notice
Yeah.
that he's fucking dead. But, it's comical. What else? This is
What?
terrible. This one I don't like. National Lampoon's European Vacation. I
that
do not like.
that is the first vacation movie I ever watched.
Really.
Yeah. I mean, I was 9. So that holds a special place in my heart.
Mhm.
No, it doesn't stand up to Vacation or Christmas Vacation,
Right.
but I can't say it's terrible because it was my introduction to,
Yeah.
yeah.
See, I didn't dig. I didn't dig the actors that they chose for the kids.
Russ and that
Audrey.
bitch, Audrey.
Audrey. Look
We're
who's
looking for sex.
Look who's talking.
Yeah,
Terrible.
not a good movie.
Not a good movie at all.
I can get on that train.
Dog dick bad. Friday the 13th. Get
the
the
original-
fuck out of here.
The original was not good.
That's not true.
It is true.
It's not. I fully understand that Jason
Especially
is not in this movie.
if the first one I ever watched was like Friday the 13th, probably 3.
Yeah.
And then as we got into horror movies, we were like, well, let's go back and watch the original. The original sucked balls compared to the further films.
Yes, yeah, but it's
Because
got,
it was just it wasn't a horror flick. It was almost like a scary movie. I don't know how to. That sounds retarded coming out of my mouth, but do you get what I'm saying?
It was just a based in reality because it was
like a based in reality, not horror, but a
slasher. It's a slasher film.
fucking word am I trying to? Not a drama.
Suspense.
So yeah, something like that.
A thriller.
A thriller. I don't know, but it wasn't a horror movie.
No,
Like blood all over the place, and
it's pretty bloody.
yeah, but not compared.
But Mama Voorhees is the one killing everybody in the original, and you don't get a single glimpse of Jason until the very last scene where you see
the very end,
where you see Jason and his elephant man face come thrusting up out of the water and tipping this little canoe.
Yeah,
this girl thinks she escaped. Nah, bitch.
Maybe not terrible, but the series definitely got better as it went on.
Police Academy?
What?
Not terrible.
No.
Classic.
I would believe so. Was this? It all depends who this was written by. Because I'm sure this is one man's opinion.
Well, sure as hell wasn't.
And
well,
this man does not have common sense, is what I'm getting from this article so far.
Cocktail?
That was, yeah, another one where it was very cheesy, but it was good.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with Cocktail.
No. Man.
Oh, no, dude. Mannequin holds a special place in my heart as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you loved you some Kim Cattrall.
Because I loved me some Starship.
Ah, yeah.
See it in your eyes.
Yeah.
I mean,
I wasn't the biggest fan of
What could be better than a mannequin that comes to life when no one else is around? This is every lonely man's wet dream.
That's true until
Like, I can keep her in the closet whenever I want because she's just a mannequin.
Until the lonely man is like, all of his friends are like, you're a loser, and you're like, no, but look, she's real.
No, it doesn't matter because the lonely man has no friends.
Every lonely man has at least.
He doesn't feel bad about keeping her in the closet because she's a mannequin. And then when everyone else goes home, he gets to open that door, and here she comes.
I can agree with Mannequin.
Terrible movie.
Mommy Dearest.
Yeah. Only good for one scene that we all know.
It is. You're right.
Yeah. About child abuse. No. No.
Short Circuit.
I am so mad about this.
Short
Another
Circuit.
Steve Guttenberg film.
Yep. Ali Sheedy.
Short Circuit was amazing. Johnny Five. It's funny because when we started this whole conversation, and I said a lot of 80s movies sucked, we just didn't realize it.
Yeah.
Short Circuit popped into my head. Because if I watched it today, I'll bet it'd be fucking terrible.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
But it lives in my mind in nostalgia.
And that's why you're best off not revisiting it.
Don't ever watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just leave it right where it's at.
They lumped, this is blasphemy. They lumped Breakin' and Breakin' 2 in together.
Together?
Yes.
That's like a song about a girl.
Okay. You know what? Reading this, I didn't realize this. They both came out in 1984.
I'll bet Breakin' 2 was just the B clips that didn't make it. And when Breakin', it's one of those surprise hits. We don't expect it to be huge. And it becomes this underground cult thing. People love it. People are breakdancing on the streets and they're like, shit, we need to make another one.
People don't understand how big breakdancing was.
No. Unless you're exactly our age.
Right. And, I remember that it was a big deal, and I remember wanting to dress like them.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah.
And I remember
throwing down like a cardboard box. And
yeah. That was it. That's the list.
What else we got?
This is the 100 greatest movies of the 80s. Raging Bull, E.T., Indiana Jones, Amadeus. That's not
That's a
great.
terrible movie.
Platoon. Have you seen this?
Cinema Paranoid. No.
Cinema Paradiso.
No.
Neither have I. Once Upon a Time in America is solid. Blade Runner, solid. Ran? Not seen it. Do the Right Thing.
Good movie.
Good movie. Blue Velvet. Batshit insane movie.
Yeah.
Star Wars, The Elephant Man, The Shining. See, look at all these phenomenal films, Jeremy.
You're right.
Phenomenal.
I could only come up with 10 bad ones, and here's 100 good ones.
Das Boot.
Das Boot. The fuck is that?
The boat. Das Boot.
Okay.
It's about a German U-boat.
Tootsie.
Never was a fan.
America's first mainstream dive into cross-dressing.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you had Robin Williams,
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Bringing that shit mainstream, 1986.
Mm-hmm.
When was Tootsie? 1982, I'm going to guess.
It is.
Yeah.
1982.
Bam!
Mrs. Doubtfire was 90s, though, right?
I would early 90s. I bet it was 91. Look that shit up and then
1993.
Way
That's still early.
way later than
early
I.
90s.
But I wouldn't associate Mrs. Doubtfire coming out of my junior year of high school.
Yeah.
I was thinking like 91. 90.
Yeah, I just don't remember.
Yeah, it's hard to remember back that far.
I know a lot of people love that movie too, and I don't know.
Mrs. Doubtfire?
Yeah, it was just kind of like,
That's an amazing movie.
it was on it.
Robin Williams was in a shitload of movies.
Yeah, it was.
And he did make some turds.
Yeah, but
he also made a lot of great movies.
I think everybody has, unless your name is
Yeah.
unless your name is Daniel Day-Lewis.
Well, yeah, but he's only been in like 8 movies.
Mhm.
So, but when you're in 30, yeah, you've made a turd.
Did you ever see Sex Lies and Videotape?
Yeah. It was good.
I never saw it.
No,
No,
that's Rob Lowe, right?
I don't know. James Spader.
Am I thinking of something else?
Probably.
Yeah.
Are you thinking of The Outsiders?
No.
Where's that movie at? That's got to be.
And how's it that far down the list? Should be way up there.
Chariots of Fire. I'm not going to keep scrolling here.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Anyways,
All right. So you got big plans to blow shit up this weekend?
no.
No?
You know I don't get.
I know you're not that much into it.
No, I'm not at all.
The only thing I really want is to get some cherry bombs, M80s, whatever the fuck you want to call them, for Monday when we go kayaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that way I can throw them next to people. Set off depth charges.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good combo. You're in the middle of the woods.
And they won't go out?
No, they have waterproof fuses. Waterproof fuses.
Do they really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, they won't sit in there for an hour.
Yeah.
But if it's lit, it's lit.
Oh.
Like, it's not going out. Yeah.
So how many people are you thinking you're going to be able to, like, get wet? Not get wet, but that will tip.
No,
that
I
will,
get everyone.
that will
wet.
tip themselves because of it.
I don't know. I wasn't even thinking about people tipping over. I was just thinking like people be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, but you know how finicky those things can
Yeah.
get if you
Yeah, if
Get
you jerk
scared
a little
and-
bit, I mean,
you could be putting some people in the water.
yeah, that would be even better. I wasn't even thinking of that, but
That would
what a great side benefit.
See, because even after the first one,
Oh, dude,
He-
you can't
it-
help but jump when an explosion goes off behind you.
right? But even after the first one, everybody's going to be on alert,
Mm-hmm.
but it won't matter
No,
because they'll still not know when it's coming.
no, you can't prepare yourself for that.
No,
I mean, if you saw me like throw it, fine.
Well, sure.
But if you're just cruising along and it's nice and quiet and all of a sudden, boom. Yeah.
Well, you better have fun on
I
the
hope
4th.
so, but I figure what a great combination. I mean, fireworks and alcohol. And then we're going to be out in the middle of the woods on a river where no emergency vehicles could get to you very quickly.
No.
Yeah. So, I mean, great combination.
Yeah, and there's nothing that could go wrong there.
No, I think it'll be a great time.
You could have a physicist look at your odds for something bad.
I might have to learn how to type with a nub, but
Yep.
it'll be fun.
Yeah,
It'll all be worth it.
it'll be fun.
Someday when I look back, I'll be have like half a hand and like tell you what it was worth it.
Well, you better enjoy it because
Somebody better get wet on the one I lose my hand on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you better have a.
I didn't even tip anyone over.
There better be a payoff. Yeah. Otherwise, you're gonna look at your nubs for the rest of your life.
Disappointed in the fact that nobody was even shocked.
It's all for nothing.
Yeah.
You're just gonna stare at them. You're gonna have a little gimp hand. Well, you better live it up.
It's terrible. We're gonna have a good time.
Because the day after,
Yeah.
shit's going
The
down.
world ends. I took this day off work. That way I can be ready.
I wish that they could, and obviously, we wouldn't be able to see what they're seeing.
Yeah.
But I wish they would like live stream it with cameras like in their control, like watching.
Well,
the
I want to
scientists.
know the moment that they flip the switch.
Because they're basically, we're talking about CERN again. I know I talk about this all the time, but CERN restarted the collider back.
And it's more powerful now, right?
It is more powerful, and they restarted it on April 22nd, and it had not been turned on for 3 years.
Yeah.
Underwent maintenance. You know, it's more powerful, and they said that this time around on July 5th, they are going to throw the particles into each other at at an infinitely higher rate than
Yeah,
they did
I mean,
back in 2012.
Great idea.
It's a fantastic fucking
Yeah.
idea.
I can't wait for there to be a big boom. I mean, that one will probably tip some people. Dude.
I just want to watch though. Like I really do. I want to
Dude,
watch.
but what'll be funny though is the entire Earth will instantly evaporate. Like no one will even know. It's not like there's just going to be a pothole like a nuclear explosion,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll all look at it and go, "What the fuck happened?" The entire Earth will just vaporize.
No, I agree. What I'm saying I want to watch though is I want to watch the scientists and I want to watch the crew there in their like little wherever they're at in their control room
Yeah.
while they're getting ready to do this,
Oh.
and then at the moment when they do it.
Yeah.
And then if I'm able to just hear one, oh fuck, before the world ends,
That'll make it all worthwhile.
it would.
Yeah.
Oh fucking everything goes
Oh,
black.
bad idea.
Everything goes black, and then the next thing I know, I wake up and I'm a velociraptor back in the Stone Age. It'd be great.
Hopefully with memories of your human life.
That would suck balls.
Wouldn't it?
You're a fucking velociraptor, and you remember that you used to sit around smoking
Dude,
cigars and
but-
podcasting.
But then you could just, maybe that's why velociraptors are so mad.
'Cause they,
Maybe that's why they kill shit
because
all day long.
because they
Yeah, because they remember.
ooh,
I mean, they can't verbalize it, but they know. They talk to each other
That's a
with their
thought.
grunts and their screams and their.
and they're
Yeah. They're like, remember when we used to sit around smoking cigars and having beers?
yeah.
Let's kill this fucker. Yeah.
Fuck this dude. I haven't seen the new Jurassic World, but I've heard it's absolutely horrible. But the one thing I found funny is that people are making fun of Chris Pratt
Yeah.
because his character's doing this a lot in the movie again,
Yeah. Holding him back with his hands.
holding him back like he's fucking
Yeah.
Vader. Stay away.
He's got Velociraptor force.
Speaking of, have you watched Obi-Wan yet?
Some of it.
God damn it.
I can't say that it hooked me.
I agree.
I'm trying hard to watch Peaky
Peaky?
Blinders
Where are you at with it?
3.
Oh, keep
Episode
going.
3.
That's it. That's it.
I'm trying.
You told me you had already watched the first 2 episodes. Or did you restart it?
I restarted
Completely.
it. I restarted it, and maybe I'm on 4. I don't know.
You've got to keep going.
Because it just automatically goes to the next episode.
Yeah.
I just hit play. I don't look at what episode I'm on. Maybe I'm on 4. Definitely still in the first season.
You're disappointing me.
He has you won't know what episode it is. But he just pretty much he told the cop, whoever. He's like, I've got the fucking guns.
Oh,
And you're gonna leave me the fuck alone
yeah.
while I do my shit.
Right.
And then I'll give you the guns and you'll be a hero.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whatever episode that is.
Okay, yeah, I don't know what episode, but needless to say,
Now some shit's gonna go down. Because now he can pretty much do anything he wants. He just killed his horse.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And he builds up that persona of being able to do whatever the fuck. It's not just a persona, though. I mean, he literally can do whatever he wants. But these are the beginning stages of him asserting
Forming
his,
this
yeah,
personality.
like, I don't give a fuck about you coppers. You're not
Yeah.
going to do dick to me and my family. You can try, but you're not. Because you're pussies.
So it's getting started. It's getting better.
All right. Well, good. I'm
Yeah.
glad. I'm glad to hear
So
that.
I'm trying. I haven't had time for Obi-Wan.
Just in
'Cause I have
all honesty,
50 hours of Peaky Blinders to watch.
in all honesty, just skip and watch episodes 5 and 6. That's it.
Yeah.
Fuck the storyline.
Okay.
I mean, really,
I can do that.
fuck the storyline. Just watch episodes
'Cause
5 and 6.
I think I watched the first 2 episodes.
Mhm.
And it was cool if I was I don't hate Star Wars, but I'm not a Star Wars buff. I'm not all into it. And I'm like, there's a lot of cool history going on, like showing how things happened, but I really don't give a shit. This is not interesting me.
I would actually agree with you. The storyline kind of blows, which is why it's so weird because it's completely unnecessary. Like the storyline is so basic. The throughput, the through line for all the episodes.
But they spend a lot of time building it up.
They do. So you already know that the third sister kills the Grand Inquisitor in episode 1. Okay. So you don't need everything else about her in the next
So
5.
just skip.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Because when you start episode 5, you'll be like, you may have a moment of, I wonder what happened. Oh, no, it doesn't matter. Like, okay, I get it. Like,
All
it
right.
didn't matter. So just do
Well,
that.
fine. I'll go to episode 5 then.
Because
Good.
episode 6
Just saved me a couple hours of my life. Is ridiculous. How many episodes is this season?
6.
Oh, okay.
Episode 6 is probably the greatest anything Star Wars I've ever seen.
Really?
Yes.
That's bold.
It's bold.
It's very bold.
It's the greatest Star Wars anything I've ever seen.
Well, now you just make me want to watch episode 6.
You probably could. You probably could just jump to episode 6.
Yeah.
But 5 is still very cool.
Okay.
5
I'll do 5 and 6.
they should.
Now you're putting Peaky Blinders on hold for me.
I am. Well, yeah, because I mean, this is
What's
just 2 episodes.
Really going to piss me off because it's probably going to take me another year to get through that.
Yeah.
Is when I get to like season 4 of Peaky Blinders and they remove it from Netflix.
That'll suck. If that happens, I got a guy.
Yeah, you got a guy. I know you got a guy.
I got a guy that has it in 4K HD, whatever the fuck.
All right, good.
So, but yes, they could have just named the series Vader.
Yeah. And it would have been fine.
It would have been fine, yeah,
All right.
because it's every bit as much Vader as it is Obi-Wan.
Yeah, how Vader's developed.
And it becomes a lot.
Yeah, because I do love the Inquisitors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when I get to see Vader birth.
The Inquisitors kind of go by the wayside.
Yeah.
They don't become a very integral part of the storyline.
Oh, okay.
Which is why.
Well, that's really the one part that I like about it so far.
Yeah.
So now you're just convincing me even more to just jump ahead.
Skip ahead.
Good. See, I told you.
Even
I told you this a couple of weeks ago, and you told me it was crazy.
Even little Leia.
Like, just skip to the end.
Yeah, even little Leia doesn't really matter anymore.
Good.
Because you know she lives.
Because I hated her anyways.
She gets better.
Oh.
She does get a lot better. Way less annoying. But
she's not like Bill Nye's niece.
Who?
Bill Nye's niece.
Who's Bill Nye's niece?
Bill Nye, the science guy.
Yeah. But who's his
like
niece?
They play her off as like this
ultra
ultra intelligent, like I know about science and spaceships and
dude,
everything.
she's the offspring. She's the offspring of the fucking like most powerful.
She's 6
Force user ever.
She's 6.
She's a baller.
She's fucking annoying.
She becomes a general.
I don't care.
She's a general and she can fight with a lightsaber.
Would have been better if they would have aborted her.
Wow.
Transition.
Wow.
Transition.
Roe versus Wade.
Yeah, I mean, I am interested. I do want to talk about what you put on the message board here.
Yeah.
Because it's way more interesting to me than
The actual decision.
yeah. The privacy piece.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I mean the whole government says it's not a fetus, but you can't claim it on your taxes. Like whatever. Everyone's going to feel the way they feel, depending on their upbringing, their life situation, whatever. What's more interesting to me is you sent me that TikTok video, and that started me down a rabbit hole of finding out that Roe versus Wade had little to do with abortion.
Yeah, it had more so had to do with the privacy.
It was
the privacy of women.
Yeah,
being able to get.
It was the original HIPAA.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was like I can go get an abortion and I don't have to tell anyone.
Yeah, because this is tied heavily into the 14th Amendment.
Yeah.
And in essence, what they've kind of done is they've kind of rolled back the 14th Amendment.
Mm-hmm.
And for those that, and I'm not going to butcher this, so I will.
So you're just going to pull it up and read it off?
Not word for word,
But yeah, and this takes me down the whole conspiracy theory rabbit hole. Like, their motive wasn't to overturn Roe versus Wade because of abortion.
Right.
They want to get rid of your privacy.
See, and this is what's bizarre to me. I'll get to this here in a second. But the bizarre piece is, and this is where it's becoming more solidified in my brain, that the sides fighting, the left and the right, like constantly fighting, it's all
for show.
It's a facade.
Yeah.
Because you would not expect the conservative judges who, because they are, the conservative judges hold the majority in the Supreme Court, and they're the ones that did this.
Yeah.
Yet the conservatives are the ones who are all about their rights, right?
Yeah.
In upholding the Constitution. So it's so counterintuitive to what they.
Yes, but they're all about Jesus as well.
And that goes into, another thing that that I threw on here.
Because we will give up our rights for Jesus.
Right. Okay. Um, where is it at? Okay. The 14th Amendment of the Constitution provides that the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizure shall not be violated, and no warrants shall issue, but upon probable cause supported by oath or affirmation, yada, yada. So basically, what they've done, they've kind of rolled this back that if they wanted, they can start searching people with no probable cause.
Mm-hmm.
They can come search your house without a warrant. Technically,
Yeah.
in the TikTok that I sent you, they even took it a step further that, and I think this is the one I sent you about the border.
Yeah.
That if you
Yeah, the 100-mile border, when did that slide through while no one was looking?
right, that the border technically encompasses from,
From the border that we think of,
goes
it goes
100
inland
miles.
100. It's all of Florida.
Basically.
Yeah, which is fine. They can have Florida.
Yep.
But I'm guessing from looking at the map, but it's a good 20% of the United States
Mm-hmm.
where you have no rights because you're in a border zone.
Here, maybe I can just pull it up and play it. Maybe it'll work. It's kind of unnecessary to the video's not really.
Good morning, good people. And in today's episode of The Supreme Court is now a rogue and dangerous institution. What you have here is essentially the new map of the United States of America. If you live within this gold border, being called the 100-mile border enforcement zone, you no longer have Fourth Amendment protection against illegal searches and seizures. In a 6-3 vote, their argument was Fourth Amendment protections don't apply at the border. 60% of the U.S. population just lost their Fourth Amendment rights. And within this border are 9 of the 10 largest cities in the country. We ain't safe. Good morning.
So
Yeah. So, because at the border, you can do illegal searches, seizures, whatever. You don't need probable cause.
Mhm.
But did this just change that they extended the border 100 miles in?
I don't know. I
Or
have no idea.
Because I don't know where this came from. And yes, it's just a TikTok video.
Sure.
I didn't look into this, but I'm sure she's coming from somewhere.
Yeah, there's got to be some.
There's got to be some basis of fact from what she's talking about.
Right.
Yeah, and if the border extends 100 miles inland,
Mhm.
dude, I mean, of course that's, and I take that back. It's probably not 25% of the United States. It's probably 10%. But where are cities founded? On the water.
Well, she just said this.
No, but that's what I'm saying land-wise. It's probably only
Oh,
10.
land-wise, I see.
It's probably only 10%.
Yeah.
But population-wise, it's 60%.
Right. That's batshit.
Yeah.
So and that's why I threw some of this stuff on here, is because it's not so much about the topic itself, so much as the aftermath and the ancillary things that go along with this. Because, like you said, the whole Roe versus Wade, you can argue pro-life, pro-choice till you're blue in the face, and you'll likely never convince somebody else.
Somebody to switch sides.
Sure. But it's the other stuff that's going along with this that's kind of...
That's super spooky.
It's
a little sketch, a little sus, because you're like, wait, when we stop looking at the, it's like sleight of hand, like, look over here.
Mhm.
When we stop looking at the distraction, which is Roe versus Wade, it's abortion. And you're like, oh, wait, while I was trying to convince that group of people down there to not murder babies, you guys took away my rights.
Mhm.
Yeah. Huh. But that's how it works, dude. I know I've said this before that both sides say they stand over here, they stand over here, and oh, we hate those guys. Da, 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 da. They all have the same agenda.
I think they do to a I know I just said that. I know I just said something similar to that a minute ago.
Yeah.
The more I'm thinking about it, I think they all have a similar agenda. I don't know if they completely are on board with each other.
I
all
think
the
they
time.
disagree on certain things, but the main agenda, like this is what we're going to push. Like, I don't know, whatever. What's coming next? Gun rights.
Mhm.
You know, who in the world wouldn't support a national gun registry? You know, we should know who has guns, and every gun should be registered. Thorough background checks.
Mhm.
You know, who in the United States would stand against that? Because you'd be communist if you didn't believe that we should have all of our guns in check. Yes, you can have the right to have a gun, but it needs to be in check. So we register all the guns to everyone somehow. Now, this is far-fetched because there's 300 million guns in the United States that
You're not really going to be able to
go back.
retroactive.
Yeah, but let's say we do. So then 20 years from now, 10 years from now, next month, whatever they decide, yeah, we don't like AK-47s anymore. You can't own those. You can't own AR-15s. So if you don't come turn in your guns by the end of the month, we're going to arrest you.
Yeah.
You know, so they sell it as a good thing. God, I could go out so many different things.
I know.
It's going to be like putting microchips in your kids.
And for those that when you listen to this segment, that you may be expecting Jeremy and I to start arguing about the point itself. We're not really going to do that.
No,
Here, because again,
it's not the point itself. It's that what both of us do agree on is that they have an agenda that they're pushing behind all of these arguments. The political back and forth and the blue, red, whatever, it's all a show. It's all fireworks.
but I do believe that there's certain things, like I do strongly believe that, more conservative people, conservative politicians are very much more pro-gun than than the ones on the left.
Yeah.
Same things like with the abortion. I think the issues themselves, a lot of them, there's still a chasm between what they
Yes.
believe.
And
But
go ahead. I'm doing me.
but again, to go back to kind of where we were going with this, it's it seems like they're aiming for control no matter what.
It's all about control. That's the end game. Government control. And most of these people that are out there arguing, I think 100% believe in what they're arguing for. There's a very limited number of people that know the agenda behind everything. And I know I sound like Alex Jones right now, but I've always believed in whatever you want to call it, New World Order, Illuminati.
Mhm.
There's someone behind the scenes. There's a man behind the curtain pushing the buttons and saying, this is the direction we're going to go. 99% of the people in our government don't understand that that's there. And they're out there fighting
Sure.
for what they believe is right.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So those debates are true. They're heartfelt. They're fighting for what they believe in. But the people in control are like, we need a guy who believes that life begins at insemination, and we need a guy that believes in murdering babies at 8 months. And we're going to get them both elected so that they can fight each other and create a distraction for what we're actually trying to push.
Sure.
Yeah.
I got to admit though, this did shock me that they rolled this back. I'm
I was
very shocked.
I know the big leak came out, but I actually thought maybe the leak was just a distraction as well, and then it wouldn't really happen.
Mhm.
I was really shocked when it was announced.
Because I guess to be more focal on the actual point of the abortion thing, it speaks to what we've said ad nauseum on some topics, that it feels like they're not thinking things through. They look at it at face value, like this is going to stop women from getting abortions.
Yeah,
And,
of course it is.
You know, like our former governor, or former
Yeah.
Vice President
'Cause
Mike
it's-
Pence, he wants Indiana to completely ban all.
yeah, because if
abortion.
it's illegal, people won't do it.
And then
Yeah.
and again, this goes to the privacy piece. Oh, this is the other part I want to touch on. Technology, the tech companies, they've all been silent
Mhm.
because they were specifically asked within this past week, Facebook, Google, Apple, will you turn over essentially the protected, information of
Yeah.
your consumer
The user data.
to law enforcement?
Mm-hmm.
If it's suspected that this pregnant woman is going to cross state lines to go get an
Mhm.
abortion, and none of them would answer none of them
Yeah.
came out and said yes or no. Now, Apple, what was that, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, where they refused to allow the cops to
unlock a phone.
that phone. They were praised for that. Not
Yeah.
by law enforcement, but they were praised for that because they were looking out for the privacy of their, the people
Mhm.
that use iPhones. But that's spooky. If the whole thing is spooky, because
Yeah.
if they can if they can decide to track you, and they know that you're, this pregnant individual, she's been posting on Facebook that
Oh,
she's
yeah.
pregnant,
And
and
I mean, don't tell me you're not tracked.
she has an abortion, and you're able to track her movements
Mhm.
across the state line, and they decide to arrest her for it. Like, that shit's fucked, like completely fucked up.
Now that is a little far fetched to me. I don't know if that. I'm sure some people are pushing for that.
Yes, they are. I don't think that's part of it right
but-
now.
I mean, if it's a state by state decision, immigrating for an abortion, how can you make that illegal? Like, if I decide to go to another state,
Mhm.
I mean, I can't. What's a good example? 20 years ago, if I'm 18, I can go to Ohio and buy beer, but I can't bring that beer back to Indiana and drink it.
Sure.
So if I guess if I go to another state and commit murder, is that what they're trying to say? If you come back to Indiana, now you're a murderer?
I don't know.
I don't, oh God, I'm like, the way it could be interpreted and the way they could skew things,
Mhm.
it's fucked.
But to the political piece of this, and this is where I'm like, you guys are all like, are you all morons? Because we've talked about how, Biden's administration, like they've done such a poor job with everything,
Mhm.
even if it's some things that he and his administration may not have truly a whole lot of control over. He's still the president during this shit
yeah.
show. So the numbers, these early polling numbers, because the primary, I mean, not the primaries. Yeah, the primaries
Yeah. I mean, they're November.
are coming up. They were saying the Democrats are going to get destroyed.
Well, not presidential primary.
Not the presidential, but
The
House, Senate.
No, these are the midterm elections.
Yeah, yes, thank you, midterms.
Oh, the Democrats are going to get demolished.
But ever since this announcement, Crystal and Sagar were putting out new numbers, because the vast majority of the U.S. population is not in favor.
Oh,
of
disagrees
this.
with this decision. Yeah.
That it is, and they're blaming conservatives.
Yeah.
It started to flip again.
Really?
Yep, it started to swing back towards they're now saying that they will vote. Dave Portnoy. Did you hear Portnoy came out? He's going to vote Democrat
now he's going to be
because of
of
this.
this.
Yep.
Because of, I get it's a very it's a very vital, it's a very poignant thing in our culture.
Mhm.
I mean, abortion is right up there with race. But because of one decision, you're going to change your whole political affiliation. Like, I don't buy that. I mean, a lot of people will,
Mhm.
but then you're not what I would call a Republican. You know, you flung over to the Republican side a year ago because Biden sucks.
Mhm.
And then one decision brought you back. Like, I can see where you're going with this, that yes, that pendulum swung,
Mhm.
but one major decision here could bring a lot of those people back.
Could. But then you have the other thing, and this doesn't tie into Roe per se, but this ties into, again, more conservative versus more liberal. You now have the Supreme Court also just came out and backed this coach, a high school football coach, who he knelt down.
I read through this article because I knew we were going to go rounds on this.
Mhm.
So give me a pause
Okay.
because this is going to be a long segment.
All right.
I'm going to take a leak.
All right, go take a leak.
Okay.
Alrighty. So before we get into the actual like back and forth on this, we'll just let people know what it is.
Yeah. Just general.
So this
Blur.
has been sitting out here for I don't know how long now, but in essence, the Supreme Court ruled on Monday, 6-3, that this high school football coach was allowed and protected by the Constitution to pray. I think it was after the game.
After the game. Yeah.
With his team, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't seem like that big of a deal at face value until you start looking at people's arguments and counter arguments to it. Because, like me personally, I don't give a fuck. That's fine. I don't care that he decided to pray with his team on the 50-yard line. Could care less.
So, I mean, hit me here because you're already saying the things I was going to argue that I expected you to have a problem with. You're saying you don't have a problem with. So,
No, I don't have a problem with it. Where I see this going though is that this country was founded in this on, Christian principles and Christian philosophies, and not everybody subscribes to that. There's a lot of people that don't. We have a lot of immigrants,
yeah.
And whatnot. The people that are praising this for happening, for being done, for the Supreme Court ruling in favor that he was allowed to, essentially incorporate basically what the liberal justices on the Supreme Court said was that there was evidence that his prayers had a coercive effect on students and allowed him to incorporate his personal religious beliefs into a school event. The conservative judges basically were like, it was after the game.
After the game, he was doing his own thing.
Sure.
He didn't order the students like, hey, after the game, I want you on the 50-yard line. We're going to say a prayer.
Mm-hmm.
He went out originally by himself and just knelt down on the 50-yard line and said a prayer.
Yep.
And people started to join him. That's when it became an issue because he's influencing students.
Yes. And so where the counter argument on this is that it was still on school property.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It was still with students of the school. Whether you could say the school event was done and they're free to do whatever. I agree with that.
Yeah.
But at face value, still, the students that you teach, that you have influence over. And so I think that's where a lot of people are looking at this and like going, like this, we're not big fans of that, that whole piece, because what comes next? And the article states that this is going to send things down a slippery slope with the states now having to get involved with potential other bringing religion into the classroom, bringing religion into the schools, that this has set a precedent that, okay, well, that was allowed. So since that was allowed, can this coach, before the game or at halftime of the game, or can a teacher decide to lead their students in prayer during the middle of class?
No.
So you're saying that they shouldn't be able to?
No, not during class.
Yes, agree with you. Also, the other piece of this is that the people that are like so on board with this, cheering from the stands and whatnot, what if that had been a Muslim coach?
Oh, that was my immediate thought, and I figured that's where you were going to go with this. Because what's funny to me, I support this 100%. It's after the game. If you want to go out, you want to kneel down, you want to say a prayer, and some other kids want to come out there and join you, whatever, that's their choice. Whatever. I see no problem with this being supported, whatever. But what's funny, all the people that are cheering this on, if somebody went out there and laid down a rug and faced east and prayed after the game, they would lose their shit.
Correct. Even if that individual was doing it on their own.
But that's why I 100% support this decision. Because if somebody wants to go out and do that after the game, that's fine. I'm fine with that. I support it for his freedom to express himself however he wants. But most of the people that are happy about this are happy because he got to practice his Christianity.
Yes. See, we're actually on the same page on this. We actually aren't like
I thought
arguing with each other.
I thought you were going to come at it with your just total disdain for religion, like he shouldn't be able to do this. I really had you judged wrong on this.
Yeah, no, I don't, again, I don't care. The part that I care about is that there is, and I'm not hypothesizing here. I'm confident that
No,
there is
where
going
was
to
this
be
at?
I think Washington, somewhere in Washington.
I was hoping it was like Nebraska.
Yep. Washington State.
Probably.
You were hoping that it was Nebraska.
Yeah, because my point is, if somebody went out with a rug and knelt down and prayed after the game, a bunch of fucking hillbillies would create a hate crime that night.
Sure.
Like, no doubt in my mind.
Right. And that's where the hypocrisy of this, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Now, do I think that, and this is sad, I think that people that are not Christians, that either practice another religion, believe in another religion, or are atheists,
Yeah.
do I think that they're going to be like going out of their way to test the limits of this
Yes.
and to
of course
test
they-
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know
No,
because
this
because
is-
of what you just said.
This is going to be like the Satanist group that wanted to put a statue of
Baphomet.
Baphomet in front of the State House.
Yep.
Like, people are going to go out of their way to push this
See, but I think
to the point where, not being me again,
go ahead. No,
talking over you,
go ahead.
to the point where they're going to push it so hard that they're going to get this decision overturned. That's going to be their point. I'm going to push this so hard that I'm able to sacrifice a goat on the 50-yard line after the game.
Mhm.
Had nothing to do with school.
Mhm.
It's my religion. And then they're going to be like, well, we can't have you doing that. So sorry, we have to overturn the decision about that Christian as well.
Which I don't think that they'll do.
I think they will.
No, because I think that they want, like we're talking about, the New World Order. I think that they want God, that they think that God is missing from our culture. And I'm talking America here. I'm talking the United States, because Christianity is still the primary religious belief of people that believe in a
I'm going to
God.
strongly disagree with that,
No, I think that they want.
because the New World, Jesus Christ, get another drink in me. Maybe I could talk. The New World Order wants to be God. They want everyone to look to them for all of their needs.
Okay. I should backtrack then and not say like the New World Order or Illuminati or whatever. I think that the immediate powers in our country, the Supreme Court,
Oh, I think a lot
conservative
of
politicians,
people
they want
in power want God back.
They want God back in the
Yeah.
schools. They want God back, and they think that the fact that God is being pushed out
Yeah.
a lot is what has spurred society's woes. And
Oh, yeah.
whatnot.
That's what's wrong.
I
with
truly
society.
believe that they
Yeah.
feel that way. That whack
No,
job,
I believe it. Yeah.
yeah, that whack job, Lauren Boebert. I don't know if you know who she
No.
is. She's a Senate member. She's a QAnon Senate lady.
Oh, the QAnon one.
Well, she's one of them. She's one of them. She was at a little rally for herself, because I think she's coming up for re-election in the midterm. She is. She flat out said, this is within the past 48 hours,
Oh,
God
that's not-
needs to be back.
That's not who I was thinking of.
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yeah.
Boebert's like the dark-haired, skinny.
Oh, okay. So it's one I didn't even know about.
Yeah. She flat out said, I want God back in the schools. I want God back in. So, and you could take it a step further. You could even say, and I know people calm the fuck down. What if a Satanist got out on the 50-yard line?
Yeah.
And did something? I mean, that's their religion. But what if they started doing something, satanic? People not only the public, cops, that person would be arrested.
Yeah.
They would flat out would be arrested.
I believe that. Yeah.
So that's my whole problem with this, is that you are creating you've opened up the door now.
Yeah.
You've opened up this door, but that doesn't mean that this dude was wrong. Like,
No, he wasn't wrong.
he did not
I-
ask for
I
this
s-
to go to the Supreme Court.
I support their decision.
Yeah.
But like you said, they opened a door. And then you can't be mad a year later about who walks through it.
Exactly.
You have to give the same rights to everyone. You made a decision saying this is how we feel. You can't say, well, that's only for this group.
Sure.
Yeah.
In the place where this ties into like the whole Roe versus Wade is that anti-abortionists are typically, I'm not saying all, but typically are very religious,
Oh, yeah.
pro God, you know. So this whole separation of church and state and whatnot is starting to it's starting to like crumble in on itself
Yeah, definitely.
on top of everything else.
Yeah. I mean, 100% that most people that are against abortion are because God told them that life starts
Yeah.
at insemination. You know, there's like everything, there's three groups. You know, there's if we're talking Roe versus Wade, you got the godly people who are 100% against abortion. I'm against contraception because that stopped a life from happening.
Yeah.
You know, go Catholics.
Mhm.
Yay. Let's have 14 kids.
Mhm.
Then you've got the other side where you should be able to, if you decide if you haven't had that child yet and you're 10 months, as long as it's inside your body,
Mhm.
you should be able to take it out.
Yeah.
Then you've got the majority of America in the
Right.
middle,
Sure.
you know, who I feel like the majority of people have common sense, but we're too busy. We have jobs, we have
Right.
lives, and we have kids, and we have things that we're doing. And we're like, we talked about this 2 years ago with the protests.
Mhm.
I don't have time to go protest.
Right.
I can't march in front of the abortion clinic. And I really don't give a fuck that much.
Right.
As long as they're not killing eight-month term babies.
Sure.
You know, up to the first trimester, it's a group of cells. You know, is that life? I don't know. If you take it out of you, I don't care. Whatever. You know, once we get into like heartbeat and things like that and some movement, I'm a little more torn on it. You know, but
Sure.
But the majority of people, I believe, have common sense. And but they don't have time to give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
There's I lost my it wasn't a retort, it was piggybacking off of that. I lost it.
That's all right.
Whatever.
It'll come back later. Speaking of which, do you want to get out of America? I mean, it's going to hell in a handbasket. Let's face it.
Billy Joe Armstrong does.
Yeah, he does. Get the fuck out of here.
Green Day singer.
I'm just happy that all of these celebrities and people that said, you know, if Trump gets elected, I'm leaving the U.S. If this happens, I'm leaving the U.S. If this happens, fuck this country, blah, blah, blah. But
Mhm.
yet they stay here because it's the best country in the world, no matter how bad it gets. You know what, Billy Joe?
Kudos.
Good for you. Get the fuck out of here.
He decided
Yeah, leave.
like this was his breaking point,
Yeah,
and he's moving to the UK.
yeah. Get out of here.
There's a little bit of irony there.
Yeah,
The UK has stricter
yeah. Laws.
abortion
Yeah.
laws, but you know, whatever.
No, but it doesn't matter. He's leaving the U.S.
It was his cat. It was just, again, it was his breaking point. But you're right. Like, hey, he's actually doing it.
Yeah,
He said resigned
Yeah.
resigned his American
resigned his
citizenship.
citizenship. Yeah, good for him.
And he's got the bank to do
He's
it.
got the bank. He's got the balls.
He's been over into the UK.
It's not like
for-
It's not like us. Like, fuck the United States. I'm leaving.
Right.
Like, well, I have to go somewhere and I have to find a job and I have to
Right.
find a place to live. Like, you know, let's just say minimum guess he's probably got 20 mil
Right.
sitting in the bank.
Right.
You know, he already owns a home in the UK.
Mhm.
He's like, I'm just going to move there.
Mhm.
They'll be happy to have me. The Green Day's huge over there.
Right.
The Queen's going to anoint me. Like, it's pretty fucking easy to leave, but it is for all celebrities.
Yeah.
So good on him that one of these people went through with their threat.
He's doing it.
Good for him.
He is doing it.
We need more people like that,
Yep.
especially Joy Bear.
Joy Bear. Is that the lady on The View?
Yeah.
Is she the redheaded lady?
It's the one that took a nosedive.
I don't know if I saw that. She
You
took a
didn't?
nosedive recently
A month or two ago, put
on stage.
right in the middle of the show, tripped on her way up there and just face planted right in the. There's got to be a video of it.
Okay.
4 minutes long.
Yeah,
Just
here
where's
we go.
where's
Here's
the 30-second clip?
Here we go. 45 seconds.
There we go. Oh, of course, 45-second video before it, but you know, the ones that piss me off the most is when you can't skip.
I know.
And now they've been doubling those up.
They have.
Because normally you couldn't skip, but then once that one was over, you could skip the second one. All right, here's the show. Let's get into this. Oh, that wasn't a very good. Maybe they'll do a slow-mo. Yeah, she didn't really face plant.
Yeah.
She
She kind of fell on her hip.
yeah, like her heel broke or something. I don't know what the fuck it was.
Oh, I
But-
remember what I was going to say.
Oh, your point from like 30 minutes ago. Yeah, piggyback on that.
Okay. It was just something batty, and this only just speaks to how kind of how crazy laws work and how it just batshit insane things can be. There's this girl that has a TikTok channel where she always talks about like fairies, and she has a master's in folklore.
Oh, I've seen that
Yeah.
chick. Yeah.
Well, she put out a TikTok and was very emotional about it, but she pointed something out. She lives in North Dakota, she says, and she was filming and she is like, my front door has been fucked up for, a long time. She's like, so I went and bought a new front door. She's like, the law here in North Dakota states that if a man, woman, whomever breaks in my door, I can kill that individual with no repercussions. She said, that same individual breaks in and I don't kill him and he rapes me and puts a baby inside of me. She goes, our state is a no exception state. She's like, I can kill him if I have the opportunity, but he can force himself and put
But
a
if he
baby
puts
in me,
a life inside me, I can't kill it.
and I cannot go have an abortion in my state.
It's because it's not the baby's fault.
It's so crazy. It is
crazy.
It's nuts,
It is
man.
Absolutely not.
And then lastly, speaking of nuts, because I love this so much.
This is amazing. I'm so happy we're going to have so many more things to talk about.
Q is back, baby.
Yeah, Q.
Your favorite, living in the borderline on the spectrum, living in the Philippines, obsessed with porn, Ron Watkins. Q is back.
But has he ever admitted that he's Q?
No, he just kind of smiled at the end of that documentary when he was put on the spot about it.
Yeah, but took 2 years off.
He ran for the Senate.
Did he?
Yeah.
Well, Ron Watkins did.
Yeah, not his
Not
dad.
Q.
Well, yes, Ron Watkins ran for
Not Q.
But
we don't know who Q is.
But Q posted again.
Yeah.
Q posted.
Puzzle.
And I gotta read.
Do you want to play a game?
Yes. Q has returned after nearly 2 years with "Shall we play a game once more?" Signed, Q.
Yeah.
Dude, you know that there are some men jerking off to this, and some
God.
some women that are getting
just
all
so wet. I can barely walk because the floor underneath me is just sopping.
They don't give a fuck if it is Ron Watkins. It is Q, baby.
They don't give a shit. It gives them something to do.
Dude, all I care about is if this gives me more material to look at and to just be like, look at this shit. Because I'm ready. I'm ready for some more like
We need some more Q.
crazy.
We need more Q in our lives. It's easy.
We need some more people that are going after troll dolls,
It's funny because
Wayfair.
after I just got up on my soapbox about how people don't have time to give a shit about anything, these people have plenty of time.
Dude, they have a lot of fucking time.
They can sit around all fucking day and be like, the 23rd letter of what Q said was Q, which means.
And if you go back to 1891,
Yeah.
the number 23 pops up 17 times, and 17 is the Q is the 17th letter in the alphabet. And I can't wait.
Yeah, dude. They've got all day to decipher this shit.
I'm
I
excited.
can't wait. I want to play the game. Do you follow him on
No, because he's on those
Hi,
shitty.
babe.
He's on those shitty websites.
How you guys doing?
Great.
Good.
How are you?
Super. So I did that foot mask,
Yeah.
right? And my toenails are
Came off.
red, and now they're light pink. And I'm pretty sure that my skin
Is pink.
just gonna start peeling.
Oh,
Like look, Bob. You see that? Look, big toe. The rest of them are really light pink.
Yeah, I did.
you didn't bleed, did you?
Hmm.
You didn't bleed, did you? You didn't call for help, so.
No.
Okay, I'm just making sure because you texted me earlier and
No, I was really worried.
said if my feet start bleeding, come help.
Right.
Okay,
It's so bad. Like I'm very concerned that my nail polish turned light pink from like Victoria's Secret like hot bod red. You know what I mean? Like that's pretty scary.
First world problems.
It is.
Carry on, boys.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Love your show.
See ya.
Bye.
See ya.
Hi, Jenna.
That's all I got.
So, where were we?
I don't know. Q.
Yeah,
That's
Q.
it, though.
that's it though. I can't wait. Yeah, but there's QAnon accounts that will definitely repost everything that he posts on 8kun. They will bring that over to Twitter, but will Twitter allow it to be there?
I don't know.
I mean, someone,
you can get on Truth
you know what?
Social.
but Poker and Politics
Mhm.
will,
He'll screenshot a lot of it.
they'll screenshot it and post it.
But you can't but the problem is that you can no longer interact with them unless you go to one of their shithole websites or, like
I
Telegram.
really think we should sign up for 8kun. Get in on this. We should go to a QAnon rally.
Okay.
Imagine how
Posing as QAnon
Yes.
supporters.
Oh yeah, we're gonna wear Hawaiian shirts. We're gonna be Proud Boys.
Okay.
There for the QAnon rally.
Okay.
Dude, that'd be fun.
It would be kind of fun.
Just you'd have to keep your mouth shut though.
That'd be
To get your ass beat.
It'd be mildly difficult
I know it would.
to do.
I know, but you're in a crowd of people
I'm in hostile territory.
that will gladly kill you.
Yes, because they probably have their guns with
They
them.
probably do have their guns. You know, on Monday, maybe not Monday, Tuesday, Indiana concealed carry law goes into effect.
I did not know that.
You don't need a permit anymore to conceal carry.
Huh.
So, slightly disagree with that. Slightly.
You do slightly disagree with that?
disagree with that.
Hmm.
Which is great because someday, I've been talking about it for 8 years. Someday when I buy a gun,
Mhm.
I'll be able to keep it with me and won't have to go get fingerprinted or any of that. But I disagree with that. I'm a gun rights, not an activist, but I support gun rights. I don't see any reason why they shouldn't be able to. Everyone should be able to have a gun as long as you're trained to use it. And you've shown proficiency.
Okay. See, but you are putting stipulations on it. And
Yeah.
there should be
Yes,
stipulations.
there should be stipulations.
Yes.
And for you to be able to carry that into a supermarket, you should probably have had extra training. And you probably should be fingerprinted and extra duty background checked.
Okay, I'm going to...
But now you can go, like, I almost bought a gun off Facebook the other day. Which you can't sell guns on Facebook. But some dude just posted a picture of a gun case. And I was like, what's in the box? And it was a pretty sweet gun. It's like the one that I'm looking for.
Yeah.
And I was like, I could have went and bought that gun from that dude.
Right.
Not registered to me. And then on Tuesday, now I can conceal carry it.
Okay, I'm just going to throw a scenario at you. And this is very feasible. Now knowing that I didn't know about this, but now knowing this. So anybody can go get a gun and conceal carry it now.
Yeah.
Okay. Because of this, I'm pretty confident that, you know, some clubs, some bars are going to not want guns in their building.
No.
Correct?
No. Like, it always cracks me up when I walk into, maybe it's Walmart. And there's like a sticker in the window that says, conceal carry firearms not allowed in this building. And I'm like, I'll bet everyone just checks it, leaves it in their car because of that sticker.
Sure, but I'm talking about like let's say you're having, you're going out to a bar late at night.
No, but I'm saying
they have door.
You're going to Cyber Club.
Sure.
And they have a sticker on the door that says you're not allowed to bring in your weapon. I'm sure everyone's just going to check it in the car.
But if they have people at like doormen that are actively being like, are you carrying?
Yeah.
No, you can't come in with that. Your point, actually, your point to that is much more accurate. That yes, there will be signs up that nobody's going to pay attention to.
Yeah.
Dude, let's say Joe Schmo goes out with his boys. They're all carrying. They all get shit-faced. They end up at the Hoppy Gnome. And they get into, all of a sudden, you know, one of them is like so shit-faced that he falls, gun goes off, or gets into a fight with somebody.
Pulls it out.
All of a sudden, you got murder inside the Hoppy Gnome.
Leads to a much more polite society. If everyone has a gun, you don't mouth off to people. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
Let's all get guns. Let's do it.
I'm not getting a fucking gun.
One in your waistband and your ass crack. You got a little pistol on your ankle.
I don't need a gun because according to, you know, gun freaks, my one of my kitchen knives is every bit as deadly.
Just as deadly? Yeah, fuck that.
So I should be with their logic, I should be good with my fucking butcher knife.
Yeah, fine. You'll be fine against a gun. Just keep wink, wink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I could go and murder, you know, 20 people.
Yeah, with a knife.
Like that.
Like that with a kitchen knife.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or a bow and arrow. Obviously, you've never seen a Cherokee shoot a bow. All right. Let's wrap this shit up.
I'm done.
Yeah. I'm spent. I gave it my all tonight.
Did a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm tired.
Yeah. I'm tired
Time
too.
for a shower and go to bed.
There you go.
Feel like a dirty whore after a long night of...
Go watch some Peaky Blinders. Actually, just go watch episode 6 of Obi-Wan
I'll do that.
and get back with me.
Hey, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you to our Patreon subscribers. We love you guys. And everyone out there, till next week, stay dead inside.
Deuces.